Hey guys, and welcome back to Anna's Two Cents. Today we will be talking about cystic fibrosis. This is a disease that I find particularly interesting, so let's get right into it. According to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, cystic fibrosis is a progressive genetic disease that causes persistent lung infections and limits the ability to breathe over time. Mayo Clinic also adds to this definition by saying it affects the cells that produce mucus, sweat, and digestive juices. As I said, it is a genetic disease. Now, what a genetic disease is, it's a disease caused by a mutation that is in your DNA. And this specific disease, cystic fibrosis, is caused by a mutation in the gene that codes for the cystic fibrosis transmembrane conductane regulator protein, or the CFTR protein for short. So the CFTR protein is what takes chloride ions out of the cell, and it is typically followed by water, causing the mucus that is outside of the cell on the cilia, on the lining of the membranes, to become moister. And so it'll be easier to be moved and expelled from the body. Now, because there are no chloride ions going out of the cell due to the faulty or non-existent CFTR protein, the mucus becomes very thick and sticky, and so it just stays in place. Since mucus is the perfect environment for bacterial growth, the bacteria will grow and cause an infection. Now, since there are many possible mutations to a gene, you may find people that have faulty yet still fully functional CFTR proteins, all the way to people that don't have the protein whatsoever. Now, because of the variations in the mutations themselves, not all cystic fibrosis patients will experience the same symptoms or the same severity of symptoms, but most commonly you will find wheezing or coughing up blood and mucus, as well as salty, very salty sweat, infertility, and things like that. I've included a diagram of the organs that are affected by CF, so please feel free to look at that and learn more about the symptoms and what is being affected by this particular disease. In order to get diagnosed with cystic fibrosis, you have to go through either one of three types of testing. The first one is postnatal testing, where they take a part of your DNA and they analyze it and look for the gene that codes for the CFTR protein and make sure that everything's okay. If it's not, you are most likely going to have CF. Prenatal testing is a bit more controversial since it includes more invasive procedures of taking cells from the placenta or taking amniotic fluid, all of that, and it runs the risk of miscarriage. The third type of testing is a sweat test, where they take a sample of your sweat, and if you have a certain concentration of chlorine in your sweat, you are most likely going to have cystic fibrosis. Now, there is currently no cure for cystic fibrosis, but there are many medical advancements being done to help people with cystic fibrosis to experience longer and healthier lives. That is all for today. If you guys are interested in reading more about cystic fibrosis, all of my sources are going to be in the description box below. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content. And other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!